Real quick, I want to share the story of what happened to me yesterday in Brooklyn. I was walking back with my brother from his car. We had parked. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. We kind of went out, and he noticed he forgot his keys in the car. So we were about maybe like I say 100 yards from the car. So I said I'll stay here, just run back to the car, get your keys, and I'll wait here. So while waiting outside of this building, this was like a predominantly white, like Jewish neighborhood. Standing outside in front of this building, and the guard, the guy, older white gentleman, I would say in his 50s, kind of noticed me out there. He was looking at me for a bit. Then he came outside and he opened the door and he screamed, "Get the F out of here." So immediately I was like, this guy can't be talking to me because I'm not doing anything. So then he said again, "Get the F out of here before I call the police. You're trespassing." And I was standing on the sidewalk, just on a railing, just in front of the building. So immediately I didn't know what to do or say. The first thing that came to my mind was what's going on. Did something happen prior to me getting here? Did he have an altercation with some other guys and mistake me for one of them? I didn't understand what was happening. Then he said, "Get the F out of here. Get the F out of here before I call the police." So a few things came to my mind of things that I can do. There was a lot of things, so many options of things that I could have done. I could have walked over there. He probably would have shut the door, ran back in the building because it was like a glass door. So I could have walked over there. Maybe he had a taser. Maybe he had a gun. Maybe he had a bat. Maybe I would have walked over there. Maybe I could have beat him up. So many things could have happened. And let's say I did go over there, shake him up a bit, beat him up. Then the cops come. Cops come. Tall black man, white neighborhood, older white gentleman on the ground. What do you think the cops are gonna do? So there's so many things that I could have done, but he screamed, like, just kept screaming, "Get the F out of here! Get out of here before I call the police!" And I'm not gonna lie, my heart was beating a little bit, not in fear, but more of I didn't understand what was happening. I didn't understand why this guy was talking to me like this. I never experienced anything like this before. So I decided to just walk away. I began to walk up the block. And in walking up that block, it hurt. It hurt my I guess my pride. We kind of had that voice in our head when we're in a certain situation, like, really, you gonna let that guy punk you? You really gonna like make him? You really gonna let him make you leave? You're not gonna retaliate. You're not gonna respond. And I was hearing those voices in my head, and I felt it was hurtful to walk away because it was almost like he said to get the F out of here, and I just started to get out of there. But as I walked back away from that area, I thought of a few things. I thought of the Trayvon Martin situation when he was in the neighborhood, and the neighborhood security officer guy came, and they got into a little tussle, and Trayvon Martin ended up getting shot and killed. So that came to my mind. I, I don't know why. Well, I know why I thought of that, but that's one of the things that came to my mind, and I was like, wow. I'm in his neighborhood right now. There's absolutely nobody outside. Absolutely, just me and him. He's screaming at the top of his lungs. I'm standing there calm, and this thing can go so many ways depending on the decision that I make. So I just decided to walk away. I just decided to just walk away and just take the L, take the loss. Um, just take it. It hurt walking away. I'm 6'4", over 200 pounds. If I wanted to go and cause something or finish it, I could have finished it. But what would that have solved? What would it have solved for me to go back and try to have a fighting match with this man or try to have a verbal match with him? What would that have resulted in? The cops would have showed up eventually. two men screaming at each other or tussling or fighting, the cops would have showed up eventually. What would have happened in that situation? Many things could have happened. But I chose to, as painful as it was to walk away. In the past, I would have walked away. The old me wouldn't have walked away. I know some people, some friends of mine, that if they were there, they wouldn't have walked away either. They would have been more than something else would have happened more than what happened. But I walked away, and as hurtful as it was, I did walk away. And now I think about all the things that could have happened if I chose to do something else. If I chose to stand up for myself. If I chose to respond to this ignorance man. So many things could have happened. So I say that to say this. Sometimes in life, the most beneficial thing that you can do in a situation is to walk away. To be the bigger person, sometimes it may require for you walking away. I walked away from that situation, and there's so many things I could have done. Like I said before, this guy was in his 50s, Caucasian guy, didn't pose any threat as far as anything physical from his hands for what I saw. But still, anything could have happened. I could have hit this guy, he could have fell and died. If I hit this guy and he fell and died, what do you think would have happened? Do you think I would have been able to convince anyone? Anybody that, oh, he was screaming at me and we got into an altercation? No. I would get arrested and I would go to jail. Case closed. So I say all of that to say this. Sometimes in life, you will encounter something that may require you to walk away. It can save your life. It can change the game. And it can help the situation, help you live another day. You may not die in every situation, but there can be negative results. There can be other results that may happen by you not doing what you should do. Don't always go with your feelings, how you feel. Don't always go with, oh, I have to respond in this situation. I have to do something. I was disrespected. There are a lot of people that are in the grave right now because they were disrespected and they responded. So sometimes in life, it's always good to just bite the bullet, charge it to the game, and walk away. Peace.